Hey, we're the Cinefanatics, right?
Yeah.
We're not the Cinemaniacs?
No, that would be Bibiani and Nost and Anarchy.
Good to know. I thought someone stole our name for a second.
Yeah, after we spent like how long thinking up that name?
2 minutes.
Really? I spent like 2 days.
Oh. Well, we came up with the name in 2 minutes and then spent 2 days making sure it wasn't already taken.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? We're the Cinefanatics. My name is Chris Adams.
And I'm Robert Adams.
And we're doing another Schmoedown reaction. This time it's another Anarchy match. It's going to be the Cinemaniacs versus Franchise Force.
Which I have to attest, they probably got that name from us. Which if they did, I mean, that's cool. I feel like I've reached out to a legacy and kind of inspired people already. I mean, we're a young YouTube channel. We're already inspiring people like the great Bibiani and Matt Nost, and that'd be cool. Or I could be completely wrong and they just came up with that on their own.
I think it's because it's like Animaniacs.
It's time for Cinemaniacs.
No, it's not. Stop. Oh. Anyways, yeah, Bibiani and Nost versus Ethan Irwin and Sabina
Graves.
Interesting. Like, we all know that Ethan Irwin's a power player, and Sabina and Gerber didn't do too bad on their team.
Yeah.
So, but we also know that Bibiani is the current champion.
Yep, and that Nost is
a former champion.
Former champion. Yeah, part of the
Horsemen.
5 Horsemen.
Yeah. And Bibiani used to be part of the Horsemen.
Yeah.
In fact, he's going to go up against Roca, Matt Nost's actual team partner.
Yeah, so that's going to be a little weird and awkward.
This is going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun with the whole dynamic with Andrew Guy and Ben Bateman and Mark Riley and John Roca and all that was happening there, but I think this one might be just a little bit more fun.
I definitely think, like, Ethan Irwin is definitely a major competitor, but there's some good movie trivia knowledge on the other side of the table from her. Between
Nost and Bibiani, that's like a lot of teams in this tournament, that's a power team.
Yeah, that's a team. I will go right out and say it. I think Bibiani and Matt Nost might have a good go against Roca and Merle.
They have a fighting chance for sure.
Yeah.
Like, this is...
In which case, if Roca and Bibiani, depending on how that match goes, if they end up having to fight one another in the Anarchy tournament, ooh, that's some great TV right there. Or YouTubing, whatever.
You can't write stories this well.
No.
Though I do believe in the Schmoedown peeps and their ability to write stories. But yeah, I'm very interested in seeing, as I was interested in seeing the dynamic between Ben Bateman and Mark Riley, I'm interested in seeing the dynamic between Matt Nost and William Bibiani here.
Yeah.
So let's stop the gab and let's get into the... I was gonna find something that rhymes with gab and I can't. Let's get into the video.
Brought to you today by Collider.
Name the Disney film in which honest John leads the title character astray to the sinful pleasure island. Pinocchio! And your winner! Pitching a perfect game and breaking...
I miss Bibiani in that outfit too. When he would come in like the Hannibal Lecter mask.
We talked about something before. We talked about the outlaw. We talked about Nost. I want to ask you to be number 3 on our team, and we'll get a 4th. We're talking about the 4 Horsemen movie trivia.
But if you did that, we wouldn't have gotten Mystery Science Theater 3000.
What you're talking about, but yes. Yes? Yeah, sure, why not?
Bibiani was touted as the next great thing. A lot of people looked at him as a future champ. There was a lot of hype, but then he lost to JT, but he bounced back with a bit of a TKO over Dewberry, and then he challenged Christian. In what 80s war film does Bruce Willis play an emotionally battered Vietnam War
Star-Lord
vet?
jacket.
Born on the 4th of July?
And Joe Winner! With a score of 23-18, the commissioner, Christian.
I am sick and tired of your so-called leadership, your condescending pep talks, your attempts to give me training. Look at you guys. You guys were the Mac and me of movie trivia.
Mac and me? Wow.
It's going to compliment his skills.
Paul Rudd?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
really sideways.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute.
by the end of the year at the Schmoedown Spectacular, I will be the
Something
very
Mac
first
does,
person
if
Oh,
I
okay.
remember correctly.
to have both belts.
I haven't seen that movie like in 20 years.
Yeah, you don't have to remember anything.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And your winner,
My memory of that movie is Paul Rudd playing the clip at Conan O'Brien
Over and over.
over and over and over again.
William.
That's why I love it whenever Paul Rudd comes out with a new movie.
Yeah.
Schmoedown Team Tournament 2018. The theme is anarchy. We're going to take competitors' names from a hat, draw them at random, and pair them up. Mighty Matt Nost. And let's see. Ooh, William Bibiani.
Madness has had some bad luck in this league. He's had some 5-pointers that I don't even think Chris Gillespie, who wrote the question, knew the answer. And we're going to find out today what kind of luck Nost runs into, because when Nost is on fire, it's hard to beat him.
All right, the four horsemen. We are back. We're going to take the singles. We're going to take team. We're going to take inner geekdom. We're going to invent titles.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Mighty Matt Nost.
They look like they could be brothers.
Nost and Knapsack?
He
Yeah.
has had amazing matches. He started
Okay.
off beating.
They both have the weird K at the beginning of their names.
Was a masterpiece in his win against.
You know,
the Professor
based on how we
Longhair,
spell our
Jaguars,
names, people
and then
think we're
took out
brothers,
the
too.
Godfather, Sam Levine's
Really?
former partner, and now here he is, Mark Andraco. Richard and Steven. And your
Yeah, that was
Ethan
That was a
Irwin,
crazy
who's
win.
supposed to be with Janine the Machine, is now going to be with Sabina Graves.
And this team, their team is also being managed by
show that we can show up for
Washington.
Fights even against some of like the heavyweights.
So Jay has another shot in this tournament here. Maybe. But if they lose, we're gonna have crying Jay again. Which is always great entertainment.
Yes. I love that the graphic looks like it reminds me of like an old 80s, that reminds me of like the 80s, 90s 8-bit Nintendo. And I don't know who did like the 8-bit Nintendo. Pretty sure it was the Japanese, but fantastic job on the graphic.
Back to the movie trivia Schmoedown. It is Anarchy time. The tournament continues on. Christian
Yeah.
Roloff. That's
No.
kidnapped. You damn well.
Oh, that's right. Ken Knapsack doesn't have the K at the beginning. Okay, well,
Chaos.
congratulations. I look like a fool on camera.
He has a
Love
K.
it when that happens.
He's a K at the end.
Chaos, and to quote Michael Keaton,
I meant at the
great comedy
beginning.
dream team,
Oh, like-
Chaos.
Like Canopic?
Yeah.
Yeah, chaos will ensue here, and not only for just the fact of all these teams, these
Chaos.
random teams, we've already seen it paired together. People we thought, wow, that'd be amazing if they were a team, or I don't know if that team will work, and it shows that they will. We have something going down here today. We have the franchise force against the Cinemaniacs. Now, who is that, you say? Well, the franchise force, that is Sabina Graves, part of Superhero News, and she has had a nice little run for herself so far. Her and Sean Gerber got themselves to a nice match against Critically Acclaimed. She had a great match in the free-for-all, and one of the
So she's already faced Bibiani.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Ethan Big Time Irwin is right up there with Mark Knapsack as potential Rookie of the Year this year. He got himself that close to getting a title shot going in. He had Mark Andraco beat. Mark Andraco had a great comeback, took it, but Ethan is a force to be reckoned with. Team with Sabina, that's a good team.
Look, Sabina and Ethan they're lights in a dark world to me. These are nice competitors who come in here, have some fun. They don't got an evil side to them like me. I really think this is where the tournament succeeds, putting things together that you didn't think would go together, like vodka and peach juice. I wouldn't know until I tried it. Now here we're at.
Actually,
I bet that's good.
I feel like I've done that before. It's actually pretty good.
With the manager of this team, because by the way, the manager of the franchise force is Jay Washington. Jay Washington was actually allowed to manage 2
teams here because of the split that happened, and he managed the team with Janine, and now he manages the team with Ethan.
But
He'll
did
be
Ethan
here
get a
little
tattoo?
later on, but he will be here. And then we have
Or
the
a t-shirt.
Cinemaniacs, managed by the manager of the current team champions, the Shire Wolves, Emma Fife, who is a shoo-in, you'd have to think, for manager of the year so far.
I mean, absolutely. Next year will be me, of course, but this year Emma is just dominating with her stables going around. But this is where, again, the tournament creates some stuff. We got vodka, peach juice, that tastes good, but now we got maybe a quesadilla and a taco and a donut. I don't know what goes together. I don't know until you get it on the
We're
plate.
from
And
Austin,
I am
Texas.
so
A quesadilla,
curious to
taco, and a
see
donut. They go good together.
We get all three.
Matt knows
Yeah.
the former team champion,
Sometimes in the same
part of
dish.
Legendary team top 10.
Shout
and
out to
of course,
Gordo's.
He is paired with his former stablemate of the current champion himself, William the Beast Bibiani. They're matched back up. They are a team, and I'm already hearing behind the scenes, these two do not see eye to eye at all.
I can't imagine that they would, but maybe they could be motivated by the drive, the push for victory. You know, Bibiani is big with the entrances. Matt knows he shows up here. Like, it's just one of those kind of things.
It's a great question, though, too, because Bibiani is known for the entrances.
Yeah.
Can he get Nost on board to do these big theatrical entrances? Because it was never really top 10's thing. Roka was the theatrical one. He'd come out, he'd do his thing, and then Nost would just come and play. Can Bibiani make Nost that theatrical guy? We're going to find out. But we're also going to find out what they have to say about each other. Here we go. Hey, this is Ethan.
This is Sabina,
We are
the franchise force.
Okay, here we are. It is the Anarchy tournament, and we've got a great team here. This is the Cinemaniacs. It's a team I never thought would be together, but I like our chances. We've got Matt Nost, who is a former team champion, and William Bibiani, who is the current singles champion. So, yeah, things are looking
He's
good.
like,
I'm
yay!
excited. This is going to be a good time. You know, Sabina, Ethan, you guys are great competitors, but you just haven't been in the game for as long. Neither of you have ever held a title. So, what do you know? I really think we got a very, very, very good shot at this. Yeah, guys, how you feeling?
Yeah. I am super excited to participate in this tournament. It's the biggest team match I've ever been involved in.
Same.
It's cool, and I'm excited that Sabina and I are going to be working together on this. You know, we shared a table at the free for all. She's super smart. I think there's a lot that she knows that I don't. Hopefully, I know some things that she doesn't. We'll really complement each other.
It is odd that we're here. I know the horse persons just want me back as hard as they can right now, and I guess this is the best that they can do. But this is okay.
Pretty sure we voted. It was no hands went up. You know.
Yeah, no.
Everybody was like, "Well, I missed the question. Was there another question you were supposed to ask?"
You know, I definitely think that we could pull this upset, honestly. I think we could take advantage of that possible friction. Ethan and I,
Where's
we've
Jay?
hung out
good
on
question.
the free-for-all, even backstage at the live event, and started to get to know each other and answering questions backstage and seeing where we both kind of stood as far as our strengths and weaknesses.
I couldn't even get you on Twitter to try to come up with a team name. Do you have any idea how many team names we went through?
No.
Do you have any idea how many team names?
No. There is no we in that. You had a 12-sided argument in your head over team names, and it was like, hey, what about this? 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 What about this?
And you could have just said yes or suggested other names.
By the time we logged onto Twitter, you had already struck down the previous 15 and be like, here are the new options, and be like, I didn't see the old options.
Bibiani, Nost, here's what's going to happen today.
That sounds like how we came up with Cinefanatics.
What? No.
We're going to keep going after that. This is just day one, guys.
We're coming for you.
It was like reading Tolstoy, scrolling through this.
What do you have against reading, Matt?
I have a problem
He says
with
movie
certain
Bros is already
Russian
taken.
authors from 200 years ago. They just take forever to get to the goddamn
Wasn't that one of the
point.
ones on our
It's
list?
like reading
Yeah.
the worst of Hemingway.
Ooh, glad we avoided that one.
The wind was coming.
Tolstoy and Hemingway. No, we're done.
Welcome to the Cinemaniacs. We hope you enjoy.
Exactly what I thought was going to happen. You had Erwin and Sabina who are on the same page here, excited to play with each other, and then Emma trying to lighten the mood and saying, hey, we're ready to play, and it just ends in a full-out argument for 2.5 minutes.
It's almost like y'all wanted
That's what I would expect.
Yeah.
I got no words.
anarchy.
You gotta assume that gives Franchise Force a little bit of an up here, but we're gonna find out.
Thanks,
quickly the
Kalinowski.
tale of the tape between these two teams.
Tale of the tape for Franchise Force, Sabina and Ethan. Well, we know they're good with superhero movies. That's a speciality of Sabina. Ethan, I'm going to say new
Green
releases
lighting
as well.
pictures.
He's also good at getting go pictures, kid. A lot of new releases might come from his brain. So Cinemaniacs on the other side, their strengths include, I think they're very well rounded with
Screaming at each other.
You wonder if Westerns has kind of fallen into Gnosis' brain by proxy, and they're also good at, well, screaming at each other during the breaks.
Well, that's pretty good. You ready to go?
Sir?
It's going to be fun.
I am ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first,
How'd you know he was going to say first?
making their Schmoedown team
I passed kindergarten.
debut. He is Ethan Big Time Merlin and Sabina, the Great Braves Team Franchise Force. Coming out to two skinny Jays.
Fan of the music.
Why the Imperial March though? They're such a friendly team.
Skinny Jays can't deny the force.
It's intimidating.
You cannot deny the force.
Ethan's intimidating.
Ethan Irwin's kind of inducted both of these guys for rookies. Seem like they've been playing for a while here.
Yeah, absolutely. That term rookie, it doesn't necessarily apply to, their level of experience.
No, we're gonna find out. Here we go. This is gonna be something special or an absolute train wreck. And their opponents,
Christian's commentary.
led to the ring by their manager, the Golden Mike, Emma Fife. He is the former team champion, Mighty Matt Nost, and the reigning movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, William the Beast Viviani. Team Cinemaniacs.
Keep waiting for them to say Cinefanatics.
Yeah.
Like, hey, free promotion. Oh, jeez.
And Mando just comes out.
They got him to dance at least. He's dancing. No costume. No costume.
I think Nost' sneakers are color coordinated.
Nost has a great taste in sneakers.
Yeah.
Sneaker game is on.
Yeah, he's a sneaker guy.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, good.
Viviani looks like he's.
Please someone gif Matt Nost.
His novel.
Is he showing that?
Yeah.
To Ethan? Oh, he's putting
That's
that.
fantastic.
That's very pretty.
I might have to see if I can get that out of the video later
Like she was,
and create
being
that.
hostage,
If
but
not, someone will.
She did a good job.
Emma's a pro.
Yeah,
Emma's a
she's
pro,
a
but
pro.
she ran off the set as fast as she could.
Yeah. She's currently in a car driving to a location. All right.
All right, here we go. So the teams have made their move. Viviani does not. He does not sit to the production crew's dismay. So we are.
They give him a chair.
The rules here, and here are the rules. In round number 1, the competitors are going to get 8 teams. Cinemaniacs. Are you guys on the same page? Can we get going?
Blavin.
Matt? Sure.
Precisely.
All right. Okay, great. And then Team Franchise Force.
We're ready.
Let's do it.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! Here we go, guys. All right, here we go. Question number 1. It comes in the realm of action-adventure. In Con Air, what was the nickname given to the villain Cyrus Grissom, played by John Malkovich?
Malkovich, huh?
Malkovich has been in, I think, everything. Like literally everything.
Yeah.
I think he's in Your Home Videos for Christmas 5.
The great Russian accent.
4. And now 3. It's round 2. 1. Pens down, please. And Matt Nost.
The virus.
Correct. Sabina.
I don't know.
Have a beast.
Cyrus the virus.
Ethan.
The virus.
Okay, so 2-1.
The virus.
Mickey Mouse Club.
All right. Next question comes in the category of horror/thriller. Who played the 2 lead detectives in the 1995 thriller 7? 1995, I was banned from a circuit city.
Is that true?
No.
No. I wanted a good story. Don't just lie like Vince done. 5.
Portrayal.
Man, it takes a while to write both their names.
Yeah.
2. 1. Pens down, Sabina.
Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt.
Correct.
That's correct.
Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman.
That's correct.
Ethan.
Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman.
Matt knows.
Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman.
Okay, so
Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman.
We even did that. That's awesome.
Dramas. Charlie Sheen, Willem Dafoe, and Forrest Whitaker start together in what 1986 war film? Starting again. Let's start. Thank you. Give me an anchor.
Scaliscu, man.
Oh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Mr. Beast.
Platoon.
Correct. Ethan.
Platoon.
Yep. Matt.
Platoon.
And Sabina.
I had it wrong. Apocalypse.
Oh.
Platoon.
Okay, so 6-4.
6-4.
6-4. All right, next question.
Next
Didn't know it.
question comes in the category of romance. Romance. In Roman Holiday, who plays American reporter Joe Bradley, tries to get a scoop on Princess Anne, but instead falls in love with her.
So Beast need to have it. No, she's trying to pull it.
He's trying to
5, 4, 3,
No idea.
2, 1. Pens down, please. Pens down, and Ethan.
Gregory Peck.
Correct. Matt.
Couldn't get it.
Didn't have it. Sabina.
Gary Grant.
Didn't have it, and Beast.
Gregory Peck.
Beast had it.
I did.
So 7-5 there.
7-5.
So oldie.
Still only a 2-point game.
Yeah.
Ethan
I played
is,
him
higher
because
here,
I would
and
like a princess. That'd be awesome.
Next question, which is
That is useful.
fantasy sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi. In this 1986 adventure sci-fi film,
Yeah.
12-year-old David Friedman is abducted by aliens and then forced to fight a way to get back to his time. What is the movie?
Is this?
I got it. Just all you had to do was say David Freeman, and I got it. That's how much I loved this movie when I was a kid.
3,
Okay, then I'm
2,
correct.
1. Pens down. Matt knows. Didn't have it. Sabina.
Nope, don't
Didn't
have
have it. Beast.
Flight of the Navigator.
Correct.
Got it.
Flight of the Navigator.
All right.
See you later, Navigator.
Fly with the Navigator.
Cinemaniacs 8-6. Beast and Ethan have not missed, and there's a 2-point difference. Here we go.
It
Glad
was
you,
actually Pee Wee who did the voice too.
Comedies.
glad you gave me confidence while I was finishing up writing that.
This
You're
is the
welcome.
end. What boy band leads a heavenly dance party in the finale?
Good question. That's definitely not.
It was called Try Again.
I believe it was them.
Oh shoot, I might be wrong actually.
That up for years. 2, 1. Pens down, please.
I'm pretty sure I'm right.
We have Sabina.
Backstreet Boys.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Ethan.
Backstreet Boys.
I played Jonas Brothers.
Oh God.
I couldn't remember that.
Oh.
Point here because Nose missed. So 9-8, and 1 point there. Sabina hit that one, and we are close. We are
Oh,
close.
sorry, I don't know my boy bands. I apologize.
Next question is movie quotes. Movie quotes. Here we go, guys. Movie quotes. In which film will you hear Daniel Day-Lewis say the following? You stay alive no matter what occurs, I will find you. No matter how long, no matter how far, I will find you. Battle here, Ken. 1 point difference.
Ooh. I don't know if this is right.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I might be wrong.
Yeah, I'm completely
Hands
guessing.
Down, please. And William the Beast Bibiani.
Michael Mann's The Last of the Mohicans.
Correct.
That was my guess.
Oh my gosh.
And Sabina?
There will be
Oh,
blood.
didn't have
That was my
Last
second
of the
guess.
Mohicans.
That was my second guess. I put Gangs of New York.
Oh, I put Last of the Mohicans.
This 2016 animated film about
Same
what
guess.
happens when their owners leave starred the voice talents of Kevin Hart, Ellie Kemper, Jenny Slate, and Albert Brooks.
Yes, got it.
Animated film. Oh.
You got this.
Yeah.
5, 4,
I like that movie too.
2,
It was a good movie.
1. Pens down, Ethan.
Secret Life of Pets.
That's correct.
And the owner's leave was the key.
Correct. Sabina?
Secret Life of Pets.
Beast?
Secret Life of Pets.
Both
Secret
perfect.
Life of Pets.
Ethan
Secret
and
Life of
Bibiani
Pets.
both go perfect here, so they're both going to get the bonus question.
Ooh,
And
I almost went perfect if I got the Roman holiday one.
Only Ethan and Bibiani
We get to
will
answer the
use
bonus
your
round?
words
Yes.
here, but Nost and Sabina will not be answering this
I didn't have a
question.
perfect
Here we
round,
go. Oh, there he is. Oh,
There's Jay.
Oh, good. Nice to see you. Oh, okay. Oh, he did. Well, Ethan just scored. Ethan got a perfect round.
Oh, hi, how are you?
All right, so he's about to answer. Okay.
I thought we were friends. Well, you're going to use me as an excuse.
All right, Jay Washington's in and Jay Washington's out. All right, here we go. So Ethan and Bibiani, here we go, right back to where we started at the free-for-all. Bonus question. Which film released in 1985 tied the record for most nominations without any wins with 11 total?
Nope.
Perfect round. The champion.
Got it.
And what some say should be the champion. Okay, Beast. The color purple. Ethan. I don't have it. Bibiani got it.
Oh, I put Romancing the Stone. Had no idea.
3 points up.
But now you said color purple.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
2 is going to work like this. The wheel for today's match is sponsored by our Schmoedown patron, Emmanuel Ibanez, on patreon.com.
It's like the same 5 people that keep sponsoring the wheel. Y'all need to jump on that Patreon.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Very cool. Thank you to all of our patrons out there too. You can go on over and check out exclusive.
Be someone who gives them money on a regular basis.
The best matches we've ever had. So you can go on over
It's like an old arcade game whose dad, Patron.
Here, the Cinemaniacs are on top by 3 points.
That's a huge stretch.
First or second?
He is my younger brother.
Matt agrees on that. All right, there you go.
I don't know what that means, other than trying to put me down,
Spin by the pegs.
and I don't appreciate that on camera.
Again, he is my younger
I'm gonna
brother.
draw a mustache on you.
I'll have you know I can grow a perfectly good mustache myself.
You have a different definition of perfectly good than I do.
Oh, and you're gonna hit Disney films, which is
Ooh, you keep that, right?
Yeah, spin it again.
Never mind.
Ah, that would be fun.
I think Bibiani's good at that, right?
Anyone should. You watched Disney films as a kid.
I'll give Matt Nose to pass.
He's really nice so far. He looks like the Bibiani.
Watch him get something stupid.
Meryl Streep.
It looks like
Spielberg movies. That'll be a good one.
Oh, there was
for
a
them.
Kurt Russell.
Helps us out here too. Emmanuel gets us to Spielberg here. Thank you once again to Emmanuel for picking Spielberg. So that is it. We're going to have Matt Nose.
Kurt Russell.
Bibiani going to go for Spielberg. Here we go.
We were talking.
We were busy talking instead of listening to what to react to.
Whoopsie.
Christian.
Sorry, Christian.
First question. Jeremy Irvine starred as the young Albert Narracott from England in which Steven Spielberg film?
Is it Schindler's?
War Horse. 2 points.
War Horse.
2 points. All right.
Couldn't remember.
Next question. Which
makes sense.
actor plays Gigolo Joe in AI
Jude Law.
Intelligence?
Gigolo Joe.
Correct. 2 points. All right. What was the name of the club in the opening of Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom?
Club Obi-Wan.
2 points.
Club Obi-Wan, really?
There we go. What was
Not very
Steven
subtle.
Spielberg's first theatrically released film?
Duel?
We decided it wasn't Jaws, right?
It wasn't Jaws. I think it was Duel.
5, 4.
That's what we do. Technically, Sugarland Express.
2 points.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Bibiani having a great round here. All right. Who plays Roland Tempo in The Lost World Jurassic Park, where his only goal was
The guy from Brassed Off. Kobayashi.
Yeah.
Pete Postlethwaite.
Yes.
Yes. I was like,
Why did I
know
think
his name.
Brassed Off first before
Pete
Kobayashi? Yeah.
Who plays Roy Neary's wife, Ronnie Neary, in Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
No clue.
5.
Former teammate.
4. 3.
Multiple choice.
2.
Multiple choice.
There you go.
A, Maud Adams. B, Mia Farrow. C, Terry Garr. D, Melinda Dillon.
Mia Farrow?
1 point.
Terry Garr.
What
Okay.
a round by the Cinemaniacs.
That's
That was
a solid round.
impressive. Yeah, they look great together. Unbelievable. So now Ethan and Sabina are going to go give a spin.
But they're going to put up some points too, watch.
They need something big here.
This is going to be a close match.
As long as they don't get opponent's choice.
That's true.
Spin is in. Spin is in.
Woo! Jeff.
Here we go.
You can do it.
It is
Fantasy?
90s? Nope, fantasy sci-fi.
sci-fi.
Do they have that?
Ethan Irwin's like, I've greenlit a bunch of them.
I feel great about pretty much everything up there.
Maybe that's what he did.
Trusting in their teammate here. So
We'll see.
There we go.
All right, 6 questions in this category. First one up. Who was the potions master at Hogwarts in the first 5 Harry Potter films?
Severus Snape.
That's
Yeah.
2 points. Let's get that.
That's what I was thinking, bud.
In Return of the Jedi, what species were the spies that stole the plans to the second
the-
Death Star?
Bothans.
Yeah, Bothans. A great number of Bothans died to get these plans to us. Yep.
Yep.
4.
Multiple choice.
A. Rhodians. B. Humans. C.
Bothans.
D. Mon Calamari.
Bothans.
That's correct for points.
Yep.
1 point.
Many Bothans.
Many Bothans died.
All right.
Yep.
In The Day the Earth Stood Still, what is the name of Klaatu's robot ally?
Klaatu Barada Nikto.
Multiple choice.
A. Gort. B.
Yes.
Klaatu.
Gort, yeah.
Gort.
Barada. D. Nikto.
Gort.
That's correct for a point.
I recognized it as soon as I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Who
Gort.
voices Hiccup in the film How to Train Your Dragon?
Nope.
Jay Bruchel.
Barusha.
Baruch.
That's correct for 2 points.
However they say it.
Yeah. I was right.
All right. Who played the villain Capricorn in the 2008 family fantasy adventure film Inkheart?
I've never even heard of Inkheart.
I think I have. I can't remember anything from it, though.
Jeremy Irons.
Paul Bettany.
Incorrect for Steele.
It'd be hilarious if you're right.
Yeah, what if-
5, 4, 3, 2. Repeat the question.
Who played the villain
He said
Capricorn
Paul
in the
Bettany just because
2008
Paul Bettany's good at
fantasy adventure
voiceovers.
film Inkheart?
That's racist.
Yes.
You and I have very different definitions for the term racist.
2. Brendan Fraser.
Incorrect. Looking for Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis.
That's what I was thinking.
There we go.
You're right.
Final question. In Ex Machina, what is the name of the company?
Oh.
Oh.
I feel like these are significantly harder than the Spielberg questions. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Multiple choice.
Yeah.
Multiple choice.
A. Microtech. B. Blue Book. C. BookBub. D. Tecton.
Blue Book.
Microtech.
Incorrect.
It's Blue Book.
Blue Book.
That's correct for Steele. 1 point Steele.
So as far as Ethan's comment, there was two. That's the problem with putting in a vague category like fantasy sci-fi.
That's
something
a
specific
rough-
to either Spielberg or
We're gonna close that gap.
So
They have to get all of the round 3 questions right.
All right, so now we are 9 points here. 9 points as we get to round number 3 here. Round number 3. Okay, so it works like this. The competitors, the Cinemaniacs, are up. Please choose between 1 and 20.
It's 10, 15, 16.
10, 15.
I keep waiting for someone to say Cinemaniacs and mess up and call them Cinefanatics.
17.
9.
6, 17, and 9. So the franchise force has to hit all 3 or they will lose via TKO here. And we're going to start out with number 6. Number 6. And that is from 2000s. 2000s. Who's going to take the 2000s? Who's taking it? You're taking it?
Sure.
All right,
Gonna take
Ethan's taking it. All right, Ethan. Here we go. Ethan, who plays twins Paul and Eli Sunday in There Will Be Blood?
Paul Dano.
For 2 points.
2
okay?
points.
All right, so now
I didn't know he played a
go
twin
to
role.
The 3-pointer here. The 3-pointer here. The 3-pointer is number 17 that Sabina will have to answer in order to stay in the game here. Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock here. Sandra Bullock. All right, Sabina. Who was Sandra's heroic co-star in Speed?
Patrick.
I'm not going to answer.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, dude from Lost Boys.
You have all your JTs.
Yep.
5.
Repeat the question.
It's Patrick.
Who was Sandra's heroic co-star in Speed 2?
There's a camera on you.
I know.
Keanu Reeves.
No.
You're just Patrick.
Your winners by
Jason Patrick. That's right.
Man, they look good.
They did look
They
good.
look good together.
They did.
Ghost and Viviani looking good together. Who thought that would happen? Ethan Irwin is out of the tournament, as is Sabina Graves.
And Jay's gonna
And
cry.
The Beast best the big time for right then and there.
Look, I think that wheel round was the story right there. Fantasy, sci-fi, sometimes
He's got a
it's
chalice.
Return of the Jedi,
I love that thing.
sometimes it's
The chalice?
I want one.
Go deep.
Well, I mean,
We should actually start adding that. Like, I need to go find like some good like cheap chalices for us to use in this.
They trusted one another during that round because they collaborated. They weren't answering over one another, and it looked like
Thanks, Christian. Now I got to go buy chalices.
Bibiani confided in Nos. I couldn't believe how well they worked together.
Of course I do.
Is a motivator.
They were quest for gold. So who's going to stop those two? Now you have the champion himself now looking to get a shot. How awkward would it be if they wound up going for the championship against the Shire Wolves with Emma Fife as their manager?
What was she stand in the middle and is she contractually obligated to go with this team? I don't know. That's some of the drama that Anarchy is creating.
All right, so we are going to now talk to Brianna
Good question.
Sheehan, who is behind the scenes here.
I think she would duck out completely.
Yeah, she would have to default to Shire
What's up,
Wolves.
Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? I'm Brianne here with Franchise
Where's Ethan?
Force. Ethan did have to step out because he's big time. He had a big time meeting.
That's true.
So on behalf of Ethan, Jay will definitely be fielding a lot of these questions. So glad to see you.
On behalf of Ethan, Jay will be crying.
Finally getting to make it. There's a lot of troubles, but I had a lot of confidence in them, even though the will and things did not go you guys' way, but I believe in the two of them.
I believe in the two of them as well. Round one, how are you feeling in round one?
Oh man, round one was crazy. I definitely saw a bunch of like my weak spots in film, like war films. But it was just really fun and surreal to be on the table again with those guys.
To be on the table with those guys, Ethan did a great job in terms of being able to score all the points in round one, so that's always helpful.
A perfect round.
And then get that extra bonus as well. He didn't actually get it, but he was offered it, so hey.
Here's the thing. I don't consider what you have a weakness. I consider just a few things you didn't know for the moment, and you'll figure out for next time. See, no reason to put yourself down, no reason to be upset and angry.
That being said, if you would like to join us,
Anything.
I'm not angry, but it's so cool that I got to be like, I mean,
Wouldn't doubt it.
few matches.
You're up there, and you deserve to be in that position.
This is like my third time going against Bibbs, and it was crazy.
I want to.
People have a lot of times against him, and you will hate it every time.
Jay and Sabina, I want to know about round two. What were you thinking with fantasy sci-fi? At the end of the round, what were you thinking? Like, should I have spun again, or any thoughts on fantasy sci-fi in general?
we got some loud neighbors.
We did a really good job at bouncing off each other for that
Yeah.
round, and we both like. As soon as we heard
Doors
his
can be
part,
closed
we both
normally.
immediately thought of Brendan Fraser and Paul Bettany. And out of the two, I was like, oh, Brendan Fraser had to have been the good guy. Why is Paul Bettany popping in my head? So he was probably the bad guy, and totally did not know.
When has Brendan Fraser ever been the bad guy?
Slight issue with fantasy sci-fi. It's
Me
such
too.
a broad category that even included Star Wars questions for some reason. There's a Star Wars League. There should be Star Wars questions, but that's another thing for another day. However, I do have one important announcement I would like to make if I'm allowed
Yes,
to.
I'd love to hear this right now.
I had the chance to speak with Ethan Irwin. We had a long, in-depth conversation. We got down to brass tactics, if you will. And we've come to the conclusion that for the remainder of this season, I will be the manager for big-time Ethan Irwin. And that is an amazing thing. My mental capacity, his amazing ability on the
That was a
board,
weird edit cut there.
bringing Sabina in, things are just falling into
It
place.
happens.
Would you be interested in teaming up with Ethan Irwin again after Anarchy is finished?
You know, like definitely with this match, I've seen sort of where I am like comfortable at, and definitely like more inner geekdom and genre. And I'm pretty happy with my team with superhero news.
Okay.
I think Ethan, honestly, like working with him would be amazing someday. But he's gonna go after that belt, and he's gonna get that belt. I believe.
Mainly because he could probably put me in a movie.
Will be champion. The fact that you have Bibiani as champion is a fluke. We all know it. The rightful title holder should be Ethan Irwin, and it will be sooner than later.
All right, then. And we're back with the first place finishers today, Cinemaniacs. Emma, how you feeling?
Yeah, I said this was a pretty unlikely pairing, but again, I said it at the beginning. I've got two very, very strong competitors here, and I actually have to say I'm incredibly impressed with how well they played together as a team. I mean, particularly look at round two, and there was like some really good synergy going on there, and that wasn't necessarily what I thought was going to happen. I mean, I thought that they would do really well. Obviously, we have the current singles champion and the former team champion, so yeah.
I mean, I think they played better together than sometimes top 10 plays together, but that's just me.
Oh, you got something to say over there, do you? Okay, well, why don't you just go ahead and keep that?
All right. Aside from the wardrobe and the entrance duality, the game was on point.
I mean, look, we made the plans. We confirmed the music
Here we
and
go.
the costumes, and Emma and I came here ready to play, and others didn't. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to put anyone on blast, but let's just say that, you know, when it comes
It's
to
not the Cinefanatics. We came here ready to play.
When it comes to everything else, we may be like, okay,
I came here ready.
Where was that Matt Nose when we entered the stage? All right, fine.
Yeah, so the Cinemaniacs
Fan community.
I really
GIF
think that
this
it's a
stuff.
team that might go far in this Anarchy tournament.
What if they go all the way and then they're against the Shire Wolves? What's going to happen?
Yeah, okay,
for you?
we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll think about that later, somewhere down the line. This was only round one.
Stop bridge.
Yeah, what kind of percentage of winnings do you get? Because we might be able to up that percentage, you know? We'd like to keep certain people in the mix.
They're thinking about you, Emma.
Yeah.
Listen,
Wow.
Cake wet. That's all, you know, get your cake wet.
All right, yeah. But I mean, you know what? Right out the gate, I would say that this is a team that's got a decent enough future ahead of them here in the Anarchy tournament.
I love your enthusiasm, man. Please, thank you. I love your enthusiasm. I love your enthusiasm. I love my enthusiasm. Matt,
Get some enthusiasm.
You're here.
There's that enthusiasm.
That's better. Dance for me. Dance, damn you.
I don't remember having an agreement on my end saying, yes, I'm coming in costume. It was, you guys are like, hey, I'm so gung-ho, and I was like, I'd like to answer questions. And you're like, well, I'm going to show up in this. And I was like, well, and then it just kind of indirect there.
And then he went, whoa, but he didn't actually never say you weren't going to do it. Like, that's, we were here.
This is what I expected
play,
from the
we're here to
Anarchy
have
tournament.
fun, we're here to put on a show. We're putting on a show for you people. Matt,
Emma's gone.
a little late, buddy. A little late.
Look, it's all showmanship. It's all showmanship. I don't know what's going to happen with Cinemaniacs going forward, but we're here to kick everybody else's ass. And is there going to be friction for the two of us the entire run of this? Yes. Yes, there will be.
Yes, there is! You mind? I made a big entrance, and your exit. You're supposed to come out with... Thank you. You're good. Look, Ethan's mom, you have a chance here to he wanted to go farther. That's 2 straight losses now that he's got, and he's got to try to pick himself back up. He's talking about the singles tournament.
I love this tournament.
There's a lot of respect there for Sabina, and Sabina saying the same thing.
Oh,
You know, I've said it kind of sarcastically before, but thank you, Kalinowski.
Necessarily in the interviews, but when you get to that actual the way they play together,
man.
I mean, maybe they can reconcile things. Who knows?
We'll see, but that could be one of the stories. Maybe they tear up from the inside.
Yeah, I got a question for you though. You got a match coming up here between your boy here, Mike Kalinowski, who for some reason you love him now all of a sudden, and this kid Chance Ellison. Everyone says Chance Ellison is the next big thing. What do I got to know about Chance Ellison?
Here's the thing, you know, Anarchy has brought us together. Fate has brought us together. You might say chance has brought us together.
Oh, good
and
Lord.
What you have to, what I look for as a manager is I like going outside the box.
Stay golden,
sometimes,
Ken
finding
Knapsack.
new talent, new voices, and new minds. You guys are going to be surprised.
All right, well, you heard it straight from the evil one's mouth himself. So we are now going to say thank you to you guys. Make sure you keep checking out.
Well, you're welcome.
Anarchy. We have so much going to happen. Who is going to be? How's your bracket doing so far? Did you have the Cinemaniacs? Did you have the franchise?
It's doing pretty good.
Who did you have here?
My bracket's fine.
Who do you think is going to wind up playing the Shire Wolves at the Schmoedown Spectacular for those belts? Join Patreon today. You want that exclusive match between me and Ellis? Well, you got to join today. Do it. Go ahead. Sign on up. There's so much happening. For Ken Knapsack, I'm Christian Harloff. See you next time. How's it going, guys? If you didn't know about the
Patreon, go sign up for the Patreon. So, for this match,
It kind of went the way I thought it was going to go.
it went exactly the way I thought it was going to go. Including team friction from the Cinemaniacs.
This is exactly how I thought the Anarchy tournament was going to go. I thought there was definitely going to be some teams in here where there was going to be friction, and that they would actually show us the friction. Whereas you have Ben Bateman and Mark Riley, who, we have our problems, but we're gonna focus on winning, and we're gonna win together.
And the thing I hate about something like this is that growing up, you've seen so many, whether it be public service announcements or depending on what your job is, like videos when you get hired or whatever. It's all about teamwork and coming together as a unified team to serve a purpose. Here we've got a team that completely just whatever, and they still they had a blowout. Now, with the exception of the fact that there's a storyline here that behind the scenes, I'm pretty sure Bibiani and Nost really like each other.
What? No way.
Anyways.
Heck are you doing?
I don't know. I've had a lot of water tonight.
Yeah, that match was... Yeah, like I said, that match went the way I thought. Bibiani and Matt Nost are both really good players, and so I expected them both in their really good playerness to be really good players together. And they pulled out the win, as I thought. But that's the thing, like, going forward, they did bring up the really good point. If Bibiani and Nost make it all the way to the end and have to face the Shirewolves, what is Emma going to do? Either she's defaulting to the Shirewolves and she can't help them at all in the final match, or she's not helping anybody and she's just backing out completely out of fairness to both teams.
And I kind of feel like they may have already taken that into consideration, otherwise they wouldn't have allowed her to be a manager of one of these teams to begin with. I mean...
That's why it's called Anarchy.
Because some of the Anarchy was set up before the Shirewolves actually took the championship.
Well, all the teams were picked before.
Minus
the
a couple of things that had to be shuffled after the Shirewolves won.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think that could have been one of the things they could have shuffled, was move Emma Fyffe out of managing one of the teams, because no matter what, whoever wins Anarchy has to go against the Shirewolves.
Yeah, they could have, but they didn't.
It's like Clark Wolf isn't participating in any of these teams because she can't go against herself.
Right.
At the end.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's definitely something they could have done, but they didn't. And I think that's what's really making the Anarchy tournament kind of even more fun, is now we have to sit here as we're this early in tournament think, what is going to happen if that scenario takes place?
Yeah.
Will we get to see it? I don't know. There are so many really good teams in the Anarchy tournament. Who knows if Bibiani and Nost are actually going to make it all the way? But they could. Because they're a power team, as we saw.
I definitely think so, yeah. I think they're definitely a team worthy of taking on Roka and Merle, who I've already got pretty much...
You're thinking they're going to go all the way?
Yeah, they're going to go all the way. It's Roka and Merle. How can they not go all the way? Luckily, Andrew Guy is not a part of this.
That's the thing, though, is Roka and Merle are both top dogs in this league. However, there are so many other really good competitors who are matched up together that going up against them, it could come down to how are the numbers you picked? How was the spin of the wheel that you did? This game, I mean, you saw Dan Merle versus Andrew Guy. Everyone projected Dan Merle was going to win that one. People who are just fans of Andrew Guy, who are part of the Action Army, was like, yeah, Guy's going to win. But nobody was predicting Dan to lose that one, really.
And I think some of that, yeah, I mean, there is a little bit that we're just blindly looking at these teams and seeing who's partnered up, and we're like, oh yeah, Roka and Merle are both powerhouses. They'll dominate the entire tournament. No question. There are some of these that we don't know, you, the general viewing public, may not know, that there may be some of these that are like complete, I would call them underdogs, but when they get partnered up together, they just happen to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
If you and I were a team competing, I would be the answer for all the horror movies that you are not. Mm-hmm. There are things like that where some pieces just may happen to fit together and be completely perfect. You get two people who may be someone that we're like, yeah, there's no way they're going to win, and they happen to fit like that going up against, say, someone like Roka and Merle that we're like, yeah, they're just going to win because they're awesome. That could be something very, very awesome to watch.
And that's what I'm saying. There's plenty of teams out there that are like that, you know. For what you're describing, I would say we haven't seen them yet, but Drew McWeeny and Breanne Chandler are going to be a pretty solid pairing. I think they have the potential to be a really good powerhouse team, too. And, you know, we've seen teams like Mark Riley and Ben Bateman who are both really good, and they put up the numbers. We've seen Matt Atchity and Alonzo Duralde who put up numbers. You know, we have teams that could easily beat Merle and Roka if the game plays out just right.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say who's going to take it all and win it all, but you know, this is going to be an interesting tournament to see who's got what here by the end of it.
Yep.
Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching another Schmoedown reaction from us. We are the Cinemaniacs.
Cinefanatics.
Oh, that's right. I was testing you. We are the Cinefanatics. And go ahead and comment down below to let us know what you thought of the Schmoedown, this episode. Let us know what you thought of our reaction. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, we've got stuff coming out. We're doing trailer reactions. We got movie reviews coming out. We got all sorts of stuff happening. So go ahead and subscribe to our channel. And yeah, join their Patreon. You got me doing it now. Patreon are the people. Patreon is the
service.
The service. Go ahead and join their Patreon. Subscribe to Collider. Give a like, comment over there. We want to support them as well. And we will catch you guys next time.
Later.
See ya.